Hi, my name is Jenny. I'm coming to you from the Quad Cities Night to Shine Planning Committee. We are so excited about the coming Night to Shine on February 9th, 2024. And we want to make you know that you're invited and we want your clients as our honored special guests that evening. This video is intended to help you understand how to best register your clients to participate in the Night to Shine, which will be held at the Bend Expo Center in East Moline. Night to Shine, in case you don't know, is an unforgettable prom night experience centered on God's love for people with special needs, ages 14 and up. On one night, February 9th, 2024, over 750 churches from around the world will host Night to Shine for thousands of honored guests. The event is sponsored internationally by the Tim Tebow Foundation and locally by Bridge Cities Church, located in Bettendorf, Iowa. If you serve clients ages 14 and up, we invite you to register them for this special night. Registration is now open, but we want to make registration easy for you as an agency because we recognize that you have many clients that you may want to register at one time. Therefore, attached to the email that you received with this video is a spreadsheet that you can use to register all of your clients who want to participate that night. I want you to know, however, that registration is open and we do cap the number of people we can serve that evening at 500 people. And so it's really important that you get your people registered now and don't delay, because at some point we will fill up and we'll have to cut that off, and I would hate for your special people to miss out on this great evening. So please pay attention now, get whoever you have registered now. If you have others you add on later, that's fine. You can send them along as an addition, but don't let people miss out by registering too late. First off, we would ask that you would designate one person from your agency to deal with all this registration process. I know that can be tricky, but let me tell you, it gets really hairy if there's too many hands in the pot, all right? So if you can find one person at your agency who will be the liaison and go-to for registering your people for Night to Shine, that would help us greatly and will make communication so much more smooth. I also want you to know that every guest that evening will have a buddy assigned to them. Part of the Tim Tebow Foundation's plan for the evening that we are following is to have a 1-to-1 ratio between guests and buddies. Now I know that's different than how you do things at the agency, but that's okay. This is a special night and we want every single honored guest to feel special, known, and seen, and to have an escort around the event, to somebody to dance with, to show them where the food is, to go on a limo ride, whatever they want to do. So here's how this will work. We recognize that you'll probably send a few of your agency staff with the guests, and that's great. Let's say you have one staff member attending with 4 guests. You can match one of your staff members with one of your guests as the buddy, and we will provide for you volunteer buddies for the other 3 people who are coming from your agency. Now don't worry, the people that we send to you for buddies are vetted, they're trained, and they're fantastic and responsible people. So they're going to have a great night with them. But we want you to understand that that's how this works, and that's how this evening will be set up. So when you send your staff people over, they should know that they will only be serving one of their clients that night until the end when it's time to gather everybody up. And we'll have a volunteer assigned to your other guests that evening. I also want you to know that any guests who have special medical, food, or toileting needs, it's really important that you provide the buddy for them because our volunteers are not able to handle those things. So think about that when you list your guests out and how many agency staff you're sending, that anybody who has special needs, medical attention that they may need, medicine they need to take, seizures that they may have, anything like that, people who are not able to eat regular food, or people who need assistance in toileting, those would be people you would need to assign your own agency staff person to attend with them. When you open the spreadsheet that we've attached to this email, you'll see that the first thing you're going to do is list your guests' names and their contact information and relevant information about them. And then there's a column where you can list the buddy that has been assigned to them by your agency. So here's a couple tips for you here. If you know who that person will be, great. You can enter their name, their email, their phone number, and you're good to go. If you don't know who your agency staff person will be serving as their buddy, that's okay. If you know they will have a buddy from your agency, you can put agency staff to be determined. All right, and we'll know that you're going to get it back to us later with the exact name of that staff person. If the person you're registering is somebody who you feel like would be a good match for a volunteer buddy, then just leave that column blank for that person. Don't list anybody, and we will assign one of our volunteer buddies to that person. I hope that makes sense. One thing that we're excited about is the red carpet experience. And every special honored guest who comes loves to walk down the red carpet, have their name announced, have people hear about their special interests, their hobbies, their sports teams that they love, what's their favorite movie, whatever it might be. And that gets announced while the paparazzi claps for them and cheers them on. It's a really special highlight of the evening. One thing that we've added to our spreadsheet this year that we haven't had in the past is we're asking you for that information that makes your client special and unique now as you register them, so that the night of, we know already how we can introduce that client on the red carpet. So please take a minute, think about what makes your client unique and special, and include that information in the registration. It'll make the evening of go so much faster and smoother. Finally, this agency spreadsheet that we've been talking about is not only how you register your guests to participate in Night to Shine, but it's also how you can register your agency staff members to be there as a volunteer. Let me make it clear that it's really important that every single person who walks in the door at Night to Shine, we know they're coming and we have a registered name tag for them. The reason that's important is because we're working really hard to make this a safe place for all of our special guests. We want to make sure that everybody who arrives and is on site that night is supposed to be there, that they've been vetted, that they've been background checked, and we are anticipating their arrival. So for that reason, we need you to make sure that you list all of the agency people who will be attending that evening on the agency spreadsheet. Now, the best way to do this is to list those people who will be attending and matching them up as a buddy with each of your clients who needs assistance and who you think would be the best match for them. The only exception we really make for somebody who would not be serving as a buddy would be perhaps your bus or van driver. But we still want their name and number and information so that we can make them a registered name tag. Otherwise, we expect that your agency staff people who are there will be participating as a buddy that night and helping this be a great party for everybody involved. We recognize that you may not know today exactly who will be working on February 9th, and we get that. That's not a problem. Here's how we can handle that situation. First of all, it helps as you register your guests for the Night to Shine that you do indicate how many agency staff you think will probably be joining them that evening. And the best way to do that is just to list out the names of the staff people or agency staff to be determined in that buddy column. So if you think you'll be sending 3 staff members that night, then put down agency staff to be determined 3 times in that buddy column so we know to anticipate 3 staff members from your agency. Then as we get closer to February 9th, if things change and you find out who is working, we will get that information from you and be in communication from you. In fact, somebody will be in touch with you and ask you for specifically the names of the people who will be attending as the staff people no later than February 2nd. We really need that information a week in advance so that we can do the proper vetting and have everything organized and have name tags ready for the volunteers as well as for the special guests. So we ask that you provide that by that date, and we'll be in contact with you to make sure we have that. If you do know who you think will be on staff that night and you submit that information now and it changes between now and then, that's okay as well. You can communicate with us via the email address that we have set up, agencyqcnight2shine@gmail.com, and the agency dedicated volunteer person who handles all the registration will be able to communicate back and forth with you to make any changes that are needed. So don't stress about changes, we can handle that, but giving us an idea of who you think will be coming, how many, is really helpful so that we can plan and make sure we have the right number of buddies available that night so that all of our honored guests have that special evening ahead of them. Remember, this is prom. And because it's prom, it's an extravagant evening, and we invite your special honored guests from your agency to dress up for the occasion. If your clients don't have something suitable to wear that evening, we invite them to come to one of our giveaway dress events coming up this year on January 13th and 20th. It's a chance for them to come, try on a dress, feel beautiful, and walk away with something that they're excited to wear tonight to shine. We'll have more details about those giveaway events coming up. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or on our website so that you get those details. After watching this video, if you have additional questions, we invite you to shoot us an email at agencyqcnight2shine@gmail.com. We want to make this process easy and helpful, so let us know how we can assist you. That's it. Open that spreadsheet and get typing. And we look forward to seeing you on February 9th at the 10th annual Quad Cities Night to Shine. Thanks so much.